Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to take you through some of the fish keeping myths. Hi guys, so like I say, in today's video I'm going to run you through some fish keeping myths. Now there's a lot of things that are told to you when you start fish keeping, and quite often a lot of them simply aren't true. So for example, number one, fish will only grow to the size of the tank. It's simply not true. If this was true, I'd have a baby great white shark and I'd have chucked it in the one behind me and I'd be keeping it as a pet. It's just not true. Fish grow to the size that they are for their breed. Sometimes fish's growth can be stunted by the size of a tank, but by no means does that mean that they're okay in there. They'll be very unhappy even though they might be swimming around looking okay. It's actually not true. Fish do not grow to the size of their tank. Number two, so a lot of people use the phrase, oh, I've got a memory like a goldfish. Goldfish have only got a 3-second memory. This isn't true either. Goldfish actually have a good memory, and for example, they will learn when feeding time is. They will come up to the front of the tank when you come into the room. They do actually recognise their owner, and scientists have even proven that they can actually miss their owner when they're gone. And certain species especially, usually some larger species, actually are very personable. Things like Malawi cichlids, things like that, bigger fish. Puffer fish, for example, puffer fish are very personable. They take a great interest in you and they definitely remember you. So myth number two is that fish do not have a 3-second memory. They actually have quite a good memory. Myth number three. So there's another myth that having snails in your tank is very bad, and it means that they're like parasitic and things like that. It's just simply not true. And people say, oh, they're going to eat all of your plants, they're going to completely ruin your tank. In actual fact, snails are very beneficial for your tank, and they very rarely eat a live plant. You will find that they will only chew on rotting leaves and leftover food and things like that. So they're actually doing a very good job at cleaning up all the crap that we're supposed to be cleaning out of the tank. I absolutely love the little snails that I've got. Not in a weird way, because that would be weird. They do a great job of cleaning off the algae off the glass, just munching away on all the leftover dead stuff really. Obviously if your population of them gets too big, then they produce a load more waste than that of what they're actually eating, so then they just add to the bio load then, and they're not actually beneficial anymore. So snails in your tank, yes, it's a good thing. They're not parasites, and some people don't like them. If you've got a massive infestation of snails, then that's more to do with you potentially overfeeding or too much waste in your tank, because if they don't have enough food to survive on, then they won't take over. Just a little tip, if you have got too many snails in your tank, blanch a bit of cucumber or courgette, put it in the tank at night attached to a fork or something, then in the morning when you go into the room, the snails will be all over the courgette or whatever it is that you blanched and put in, and then you can simply pull that out and throw it away. And that removes a lot of them from the tank. So there's just a little chill fish keeper top tip. Myth number four. So myth number four would be the fact that people think that if you're a new hobbyist to the fish keeping world, that the smaller tank will be easier for you to look after. Now that's not actually true. The smaller the tank is, the worse the fluctuations in balances are going to be. So if you have an ammonia spike in a small tank, that's going to take hold and kill off all of your fish really quickly. Whereas if you've got a much larger tank, the amount of water dilutes the amount of ammonia, etc., and therefore it's a lot easier to control. So yeah, you will find that actually always buy the biggest tank that you can afford and have room for, because it is actually easier to maintain a larger tank than it is a small one. Don't be fooled into thinking that a small tank is less work, because it's not. It's actually a lot harder. And finally, myth number five. Myth number five is particularly poignant for me because it's to do with piranha. Now, I've got 8 red belly piranhas in my tank just over there. And the myths around piranhas are that you put one tiny finger in the tank, they're going to eat your entire arm and you're going to have nothing left. Now, this has all come from films like Piranha, Piranha 2, Piranha 12, I don't know. But a lot of people see in films that piranha are these vicious things that will attack anything that moves. Ends with some half-naked woman hanging out of the water with no bottom half of her body. It's simply not true. They're actually very shy fish, they're very skittish. If you go towards the tank too quickly, they'll all shoot off in loads of directions. They don't really like to eat anything living. They will eat live fish and things like that, but generally it's dead things that they want. I have my hand right to the bottom of my aquarium and I clean it out and they don't go anywhere near me. They're not interested. They're not going to tackle a human. Perhaps if you had maybe a pack of piranhas that had like 400 of them and they hadn't eaten for ages and somebody fell in the water, then I don't know, they'd probably give it a bash. But in general, piranhas are not these vicious, nasty animals that the films make them out to be. They're generally quite peaceful. You wouldn't think that when you put their food in and they start doing the circling hurricane of death and then they go mad and just ravage everything apart. Yes, they do eat as a vicious attack, but it's not generally anything that's alive unless it's small fish and things like that. So yeah, the fact that piranhas are these man-eating machines is actually one of the biggest myths out there, and like I say, it's down to the film industry. So that breaks that myth for you. That's just 5 little myths that I just wanted to clear up with you today. Sorry it's a short video today guys, I've been renovating my kitchen all week, completely refitting it all, so I've not had time to go out anywhere or do anything like that. I've got a little challenge for you guys. So I'm now on 85 subscribers and thank you very much for that. But something like 75% of the people that watch my videos aren't subscribed. So if that's you, if you're watching now and you're not subscribed, then come on, get a move on. You only have to click a button and join the family. So I want to get to 100 subscribers by Christmas Day. That's only 15 away now. I think we can do that. So share my videos with your friends, tell anybody you know that's interested in fish keeping to have a little look. I've got loads of videos that you can look back on, and I've got a lot of interesting videos coming up soon. So if you've liked what you've seen in the video today guys, then drop me a thumbs up, leave me a comment if you've got any questions, and join the family and subscribe, and I will see you in next week's video. Have a great week guys. Bye!